here to present from Coroner and Wynonna Earp, writer Ноэль Карбоне.
Hi everybody. So, Wynonna Earp is a weird show. It features a borderline alcoholic chosen one with a magic gun, a bisexual half-angel, revenants, vampires, nerds, Doc Holliday, yes, that Doc Holliday, a lesbian sheriff, many formidable mustaches, and sometimes even Megan Follows. Clearly, it's a genre show, which makes some people turn their nose up at it, but as someone who's mostly written network procedurals, I can tell you it's a lot harder to write good genre. Wynonna Earp is an adaptation of a once pretty obscure graphic novel. Season 1 aired on CHCH Hamilton Channel 11, which apparently is a thing. And the series shoots in the blistering cold of Albertan winters for approximately $7 Canadian. I'd like you to imagine what it takes a show like that to succeed, especially today when there are a million shows and a million networks. Imagine what it takes for this red-headed sci-fi stepchild of Canadian TV to, a few years later, win a People's Choice Award, be featured in the New York Times, make countless best-of lists, win an Audience Choice Award at the CSAs, and inspire a series of homegrown Wynonna Earp cons across the globe.
Yeah!
I mean, I'll tell you what it takes. It takes Emili Andras. Flat out, Emily is one of the most talented showrunners in the world. She's brilliant and gracious and hilarious and kind, and her story room feels like family because she hires good writers who are good people, and she empowers and nurtures them, and that fosters an incredible team dynamic. There is no undercutting or infighting. We're all pulling together to help Emily achieve her vision. When my son was born during season 3, which was my first time on the show, my first time writing genre, I asked to take a month off to be with my family. Keep in mind, we are a room of 6 writers, so losing a writer for a month is a huge deal. But my request was met with congratulations and celebration from Emily. In fact, I think she was more thrilled about the baby than Bonnie and I were. She desperately wants her writers to have balance in their lives, even when she can't, especially when she can't. She is generous with her praise, always sharing credit for the success of the show, even though she does 99% of the work. Last summer at a Wynonna Earp conference in Toronto, Emily insisted that the writers be on a panel, much to our horror, because she wanted the fans to see our faces and get to know us. That's the kind of thing that matters to her. Her writers matter to her, her cast and her crew matter to her. Her producing and network partners matter to her, and her fans matter to her. Because the one thing that has kept the show going is its fandom. And those fans, oh boy, those fans, I can say without a doubt that we have the best fans in the world. These Wynonna Earp people have kept the show alive against all odds. They fight every day for this show, in part because under Emily's leadership, the fandom has become a safe haven for LGBTQ fans. At a time when queer female TV characters were being killed off en masse, Emily put a queer relationship front and center on her show and told that couple's story with compassion and optimism. Emily goes out of her way every single day to ensure that our most marginalized and vulnerable fans feel seen and heard and, yes, even loved. Because she isn't just running a TV show, she's spearheading a movement, whether she meant to or not. Her show has become synonymous with a movement towards positive representation and inclusivity, a movement towards meaningful fan engagement and accountability. The weight of that responsibility would scare a lot of showrunners, but Emily is undeterred. She knows it's what has to happen if we as storytellers are going to evolve and engage with audiences in a more meaningful way, if we are going to make a real difference in people's lives. Yes, it is just TV, but yes, TV does change hearts and minds. I will be forever grateful that Emily has given me the opportunity to be a part of something so special, a literal lifeline for so many people, especially those in my own community. For her vision, passion, tenacity, and heart, Emili Andras is this year's WGC Showrunner of the Year.
talk about all my theories about what's going to happen on Game of Thrones next. Super fun. Wow, this is amazing. I just think about all the other writers who have stood up here, who are like real people. I don't know what I'm doing here. I think about that stocky, shy girl in her bedroom in Calgary listening to Depeche Mode, and she would definitely think I've sold out. This is a pretty unusual year for me to win this. Number one, it's amazing to have won this, but the other truth is our show is not currently in production. We have been ordered for 2 more seasons, seasons 4 and 5. Yes, terrifying. This was like terrifying, now you have to do it. By our wonderful network, Sci-Fi and Space, but due to something called money, we're struggling to kind of get going, but I know we will, in part because of everyone who contributes to making Wynonna Earp. This show is so special to me. It is a dream come true. It's ridiculous and it's silly, and yet people seem to have glommed onto what's coming out of our brains, and for that I am eternally grateful. I truly feel that I could not make this show anywhere else in the world but Canada. And for that, I am just thrilled. I'm so happy that Canadian genre is on the map and being celebrated worldwide. Thank you. The reason I know that this is only a temporary setback, again, is because the people I work with every day. I have incredible champions at 724, Tom and Jordy and Brian Dennis, everyone on my Alberta crew, my cast, my agent, Jeff and Dustin Alpern, thank you so much. I know you're like, I can't believe you're getting paid to make the show, but that's fine. It's very strange. And most of all, my writers. I've had the privilege of working with so many incredible writers in Canada. I have worked for such a variety of showrunners, and they all taught me something. Even when they weren't great at their jobs, or they were failing, or they were mean. They taught me what I did not want to strive to be when I moved from writing to management, which is basically what showrunning is. I really do think we can choose to be kind and to be human, and I think when we act like that, it shows up in our writing. And I'm so proud of the writers I work with every day and who have nominated me for this award. Shelley, Scarrow, Noэль Karbone, Matt Doyle, and Caitlin Friars. Thank you so much for coming every day and seeing me at my best and my worst. And when I say worst, the writing room is in my house, and I'm often the last one there. It is such a pleasure to work with people who are so talented and so fierce and work so hard. It truly feels like a family. There's one other person I want to thank, who is also a writer on the team. He is my husband. His name is Brendan York. He's definitely top 5 of the writers I work with. He is a wonderful person. He has been a showrunner unto himself, but his support with my family and my job is why I was able to do this. He is without a doubt not only a wonderful writer, but the best person I've ever known. So thank you so much for letting us make our lives here in Canada. It means the world to me, and I would encourage you now more than ever to keep trying to get your shows made in Canada. If Wynonna Earp, where a girl gets possessed by tentacle goo and then gets really aggressive with her girlfriend, gets nominated for a People's Choice Award, you too can succeed. And I'll make it. On social media, feel free to mute me. I did steal this from the writing room, but I promise to put it back once we get going. I'm sorry, I'm good for it. Thank you so much for this award. I can't even begin to tell you how much it means to me. Thank you, and thank you to the WTC for having these awards and celebrating all these incredible people. Thank you.